States Up podcast. I'm your host, Brain Freeman. And again, as always, we're telling the stories of the student athletes here at Texas State. The fall season, not over yet. Of course, Bobcat volleyball, as we record this podcast, is still in the Sun Belt Conference tournament. They got a double round bye right to the conference tournament's quarterfinals by virtue of winning the West Division. Bobcat football, 2 games left in the regular season. Big road game coming up Saturday at Arkansas State, and their bowl fate still awaits here in a few weeks. Looking forward to that upcoming announcement. And the basketball season is underway. We're about 2 weeks in now, and a huge doubleheader is on tap for Friday. And again, as we record this podcast a little bit earlier in the week, Texas State's women out to a really good start. They host UTRGV on Friday, and the back end of the doubleheader, the Bobcat men hosting longtime I-35 rival UTSA. So we're talking more about men's hoops on the podcast this week, and joining us is one of the newest members of the men's basketball family. That is freshman local product Kaden Gumbs, who comes to Texas State from San Marcos High School, and he joins us now on the podcast. Kaden, how are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you for having me on the podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on here, Kaden. And I'm looking at your start to the year so far. You started all 3 games. You're averaging double figures. Had a big game in that MAC Sun Belt Challenge, putting up 14 points to win at Miami of Ohio. So for you, how's the start of the year been?
It's definitely been a journey. We battling a lot of injuries right now. But we're just trying to keep going. We not make any excuses for it. We're just trying to play.
Yeah, you mentioned the injuries of several guys who missed time. Drew Drennan, Jordan Mason, Tyrell Morgan's a little bit banged up right now. What's it been like these first 3 games to just not have the entire team there?
You can definitely feel a lot of aspects of the game missing. Like Rail's very much an energy guy. You saw the Ohio game. He started off really hot, and that was a big piece we're missing. Obviously, Drew Drennan, we're missing him. He's a leader. Jordan Mason, Davion Sykes, they're all leaders. So we're missing a big chunk of things, but we're just going to keep going and get better, and then we're going to get even better when they come back.
Unfortunately, injuries are a part of the game no matter what sport you play, and you always hear about coaches talking that next man up mentality. And, with these injuries, you've gotten some more opportunities, some more playing time than maybe expected at the start of the year. Do you feel as if you're taking advantage of the opportunities you're getting right now?
Yeah, I think I am. I think the coaching staff, they put their trust in me, and they allow me to do what I do. And I appreciate them trusting me, especially being new to the system. And, I'm a freshman, so them trusting me, it means a lot.
A lot of times the new players, it takes some time for fans to get acclimated to learn more about, the newcomers, maybe give it a few weeks, a month, and now they're familiar with, who's here. But for you, I think a lot of Bobcat fans were already pretty familiar with your game because, again, you played at San Marcos High. You're a proud Rattler alum. Man, and I look at your senior year, and what a special year that was for that group a year ago. Record of 38-4. The Rattlers go all the way to the region finals. A really talented team, not just yourself, but your teammates. How fun was your senior year of basketball last year?
It was really fun. If you knew how our team grew from my junior year to senior year, it was a big jump. I didn't make playoffs until my junior year. We lost in round 1. So we made a statement senior year, like we won. This is our year. So.
And you weren't the only, D1 player on last year's team. Where are some of your teammates now?
Malik Presley's at Vanderbilt. Javen Kofer is at Coffeyville, is a JUCO in Kansas. And those are the 2 that went D1 with me.
Yeah, so you got 5 starters on the floor, 3 of them D1 talent. Really shows as to why you guys went as far as you did. And you were a district defensive player of the year, too, at San Marcos High. Look, basketball, everybody wants to score, right? That's what pops out of the stat sheet. But for you, how much pride do you take in your defense?
I take a lot of pride in it because I try to be different from other guards. A lot of guards look to score more, and I look to defend more and try to get stops. So that leads to scoring on the outside of that. But I take a lot of pride in my defense.
By the way, Kaden, I got a interesting story for you. So again, you're a San Marcos product, so you came through the San Marcos ISD, as you ended up at San Marcos High. In junior high, you went to Goodnight Middle School. One of your teachers was my wife, Linda Freeman, was taught you in 7th grade. Yeah, so she's been watching you play. She's so happy for you, and she wanted me to say hi to you on this podcast.
Hi, Miss Freeman.
So thought you might like that little nugget there. So also one other fun fact for you, our birthdays are one day apart. You're March 10th, I'm March 11th, so that time of year we can celebrate together. And we all know that March is a big time for basketball too. I hope your birthday comes with some basketball success. But kind of getting back on track here, so you had this great year at San Marcos High last year, and the offers start they're rolling in. It wasn't just as a senior. You're getting looks, pretty early on in your high school career. Several programs in Texas, some outside of Texas. Why did you decide to stay home?
I think the biggest thing for me is my family's here. Like, I'm very close with my family, and overall, what TJ put here, I wanted to be a part of it. He laid out a format for me, and I like what I saw. So I think it was a good opportunity. And once again, my family's here. And if you know, my little sister is a big part of why I stayed here.
Yeah. So you mentioned the Gumbs family. And, I was looking up your bio. You're one of 8 kids. I mean, the Gumbs family is huge. I can only imagine what the holidays are like around, the Gumbs family. So I got a challenge here for you, Kaden, because I noticed every kid in the family is a K name. Okay. So can you name me all your siblings and their ages?
I cannot name all their ages, but I can name the names.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Okay, there's Ketsia, which is my baby sister. There's me. Then there's Kalia, Kwani, Crystal, Kareem, Keyshawn, and Kimmy.
Nice. Well, you nailed that. You nailed that part of it, Kaden. Do you know why everybody got K names, by the way?
I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure it's my dad. It's kind of weird because my dad's name is Alex, so he was fixated on K's at that point. So I just ended up with Kaden.
Worked out. So you mentioned again your family was the biggest reason why you decided to stay home. What is it that kind of makes the Gumbs family so special?
I mean, I think we're a very rare family because not too many people, nobody has the name Gumbs. So I think being in San Marcos and staying here and try to embrace that Gumbs name and wear it proudly, I think it means a lot to me to do that. And especially being a hometown, I want to do that here.
So you mentioned why your family is special. The city of San Marcos, I talk about it all the time, how this is truly one of the great college towns, not only in the Sun Belt, but in the country. There's so many things that you can do. Downtown San Marcos is awesome between, the square, the local restaurants there. You got the outlet malls, you got the river. If you want to venture out of San Marcos, Austin and San Antonio are not too far away. What is it that you love about your city and your community?
I just love how close-knit we are. Like, it's not super big, but, I think as far as a community, we try to get together as much as possible. Like, I'm pretty sure of Sight and Sounds. Everybody goes to Sight and Sounds. So stuff like that, everybody goes to Sight and Sounds. So the things like that, I want to be a part of that.
What's funny, I seem to remember, driving near campus the other day, and I already saw the truck of Sight Sounds over there getting ready. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as we record this podcast, the team is getting ready for its home opener. And it's not just any home opener, it's UTSA. So again, you're a San Marcos guy. I'm sure you've heard a lot about the rivalry. This will be your first time playing in it. These two schools, the fan bases don't typically like one another. What have you come to know about the Texas State UTSA rivalry?
Short and sweet, it's a rivalry. Like, it's I-35 showdown. They're coming in our house, and we looking to win.
Is this the type of game that you get up for? I mean, what makes college athletics so fun tends to be the rivalries kind of deal. So how much are you looking forward to playing in the game yourself?
I'm really looking forward to it, especially being a freshman and being a part of the rivalry instead of being on the outside looking into it. I'm actually ready for it. I'm very excited for it. And, yeah.
So everybody who plays sport grows up idolizing, guys in the NBA. I'm aging myself here. That guy for me was David Robinson. I was never going to be 7 feet taller and as nearly as talented as him, but I still love watching him play. And then after him, it was, Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili, big Spurs guy. For you, I noticed you're a Celtics fan, and I had a feeling, all right, he's a Celtics guy. Who does he look up to? It's got to be Jason Tatum.
Got to be. It is that.
So what is it you love about his game?
I think the way he approaches the game is just like no other. Like, regardless of what people say, everybody has their different opinions on him. Personally, I like the way he plays. Like, he plays at his own pace. I mean, just his mentality to basketball is something I really look up to and want to try to adapt into my own personal game. So maybe one day I can make it to that level as well.
Where does your love of basketball come from, Kaden?
My dad put us in basketball as soon as we learned how to walk. So when I finally learned how to walk, my dad gave me a little basketball and I started dribbling it. So my dad got full credit for that.
Well, that's awesome. It's great that your dad, Alex, has been such an advocate for you and your career. I look forward to seeing him at some of the games, throughout the year here as well. Well, that again, Kaden Gumbs joining us on the States Up podcast, freshman for the Texas State men's basketball team. Lost his connection right there at kind of at the end of the interview, but great stuff from him again. And looking forward to what the rest of his career has in store. Again, he's off to a really good start this season, and he projects to be a really special player down the road. So looking forward to seeing more out of Kaden Gumbs in the seasons and years ahead. So that is going to wrap up the States Up podcast and our conversation with Kaden Gumbs. For Kaden, I'm Brant Freeman, as always, reminding you to keep your states up, and we'll see you next time.